It's called Get the Bag, and it's a great event pitching brands for strategic partnerships. And the facilitators of this event, Nataleigh, Ballantyne, and Nanwa, are here to talk about what a fun title.
Yes.
Get the Bag.
Thanks.
What's
Yes.
the significance of that? There's
It's
obviously some imagery there.
So Nataleigh and I are both hip hop fans, and a group that's very popular right now by the name of Migos has a song called Get the Bag. And honestly, her and I just love the sound of it, but when we would sort of talk about aspects of this workshop and when the ideas started flowing in, it just fit with the concept because we've both been on that side of the fence where we're trying to, I guess, get the bag and make a partnership happen, which get the bag is slang for, making the deal happen pretty much, or getting the money. So it just kind of felt nice. And specifically when you think about the target market that we're going after, whether it be young entrepreneurs or millennials who really want to connect with major brands and create something cool, we thought it made sense.
Is that what it is? A strategic partnership is getting together with a major brand and creating something cool?
I would say that it's definitely creating that relationship that helps both brands really elevate themselves. So
Yes.
if you are, it's strategic for both sides. It works on both ends. Everyone gets something really great out of that partnership. And then it's really like there's an impact on both sides of it.
Exactly.
What's a good example of that?
Oh, there's plenty, but I think one example that a lot of people typically talk about is probably the relationship between the Toronto Raptors and rapper Drake.
Yeah.
I think when you think about the Raptors before they had that affiliation, they weren't doing too well. Not a lot of people were coming to Raptors games. They sort of weren't the focus in the Toronto sports world. But as soon as they aligned themselves with Drake, who was totally dominating hip hop, if not music, across the entire globe, and him being a phenomenon locally in Toronto, you saw a bit of a shift in just the way they operate and just their ability to really make Toronto a centric powerhouse within basketball, specifically in the NBA. So I think that's a great example because you've seen a lot of hip hop culture now being included into the Toronto Raptors and the way they go about their games. Now they're having like Drake themed nights.
They changed the colors of
changed
their
the
jerseys.
colors of their jerseys,
Yeah.
and now going to a Raptors game is like a cool thing to do, which 5-10 years ago it wasn't.
The event is coming up on March 6th.
Correct.
Yes.
Who are the people who should be coming? I'll let you take that.
If you run a business, if you work in an organization that's looking to reach out to other businesses, if you're just a sole independent person who wants to have a better Instagram, it really is for anyone who's trying to figure out how they can get the attention of a bigger brand to really elevate what they're trying to do, whether it's a small nonprofit project or a really great event that you want to throw.
Because everybody needs more help getting the word out, right?
Totally. And you think about nowadays, we live in the world of influencers on Twitter, on Instagram specifically, and people have these niches that they really focus in on, and brands are being smarter in the way that they're targeting, consumers, and they want to utilize influencers or utilize, other strategic partnerships as a way to get their message out. And actually a friend of mine recently is quite the makeup blogger herself on Instagram, and just, for almost 2 years into just doing, consistent work, within that space, finally got recognized by a big makeup company to start endorsing their products. So it truly is possible, even if you don't have a massive following. I think the potential is there, and brands are looking for these opportunities.
And you guys feel like you can help people find those opportunities.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of experience between the two of us from sports, entertainment, music. So I think that we're the right people to go to.
Yeah.
And also we're trying to do it in a fresh, cool new way instead of just like a boring boardroom meeting. We won't make it boring, we promise.
There's certainly a lot of, I guess, gurus out there that think that, it's all, the old word for partnership was sponsorship. People assume sponsorship was just the easy way of just slapping your logo on something, creating that affiliation. But slowly that word's become partnership because there's a mutually beneficial exchange happening now. Companies or individuals are no longer looking to slap their name on anything. It's more so, what can I get out of it, and how can I benefit you at the very same time? So again, Natalie's spoken about her experience with festivals like North by Northeast, and my experience working on events such as the Grey Cup here in Canada. We've been in situations where we've worked with brands and really have elevated their platforms, and then we've also seen outside of those instances of situations where brands didn't get the value that they got, and we're hoping to share that on the 6th.
How can we get information so that we are there?
You can follow us on Instagram. It's Nataleigh
She wants more followers.
Yeah, but also if you look on Instagram at the Now Comment or Now Creates,
Yes.
the event is free.
It's
so
free,
you
yeah.
can just grab a spot.
Yeah.
So go to Instagram, find it there, show up,
Yes.
Yes.
and then the next thing you know, you're going to be
Super successful.
taking your whatever your thing is to the next level.
Hopefully, yeah, and that's what we want. Like, I think even as we think about grassroots initiatives and the ways companies or even individuals are thinking about marketing and branding, it's fair game. You know, you don't have to be a large player to make an impact. You know, brands are finding ways to connect with individuals, even at a grassroots level, to really get what they need. So
Thanks,
hopefully
guys.
that comes across.
This is so exciting. March 6th, can't wait. Get the bag, pitching brands for strategic partnerships.
Thank you.
Hope you have a great time.